made some exceptions, blah, 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 foreign investors, these. We are not going to make any exceptions. So because we don't want to go back to the same path again. Because we know the outcome of this, that path, and we don't want to treat that path anymore. So we are, what you call, issuing tender for about 40 such projects. Okay. So that's what we did. And also we see people were concerned about this very high tariff, what I call the extortionary tariff that was imposed. So what we have said that we have created a national committee headed by Justice Moidul Islam, and then also Professor Mushtaq from the School of Oriental and African Studies, Dr. Zahid Hussain, former economist, World Bank, and Professor, a Vice Chancellor from BOE, and also a former partner of KPMG, to look at what has happened, whether any irregularities have been committed in terms of this deal. And then also structurally, our secretaries were what you call chairman of the companies. We have done away with that. So what we have done is we have dismantled the whole architecture of project that was there. So we want to start from that basis. Okay, so and then we have started. Everything will be tender on the basis of tender. There is a catch though. Other thing we are encouraging is that you can do things of your own. So we are promoting, instead of IPPs, we are now promoting merchant power policy. And the merchant power policy, the government does not give you an off-take contract, but you decide to sell to whoever is interested. And then we let you use our infrastructure, the transmission infrastructure, distribution infrastructure, by paying a wheeling charge. And if you want to do that, you don't have to go through competitive bidding. The same is with what we call renewable energy project. If you have a buyer of your own, if you want to use it for yourself, then you don't have to come to us. There is no need for a tender. The what you call competitive tender will come if you are selling the electricity to the government, because that's the public money and it's a trust, and we cannot betray the trust that has been done in the past year. So that's what we're doing. And then the other thing that I would like to mention is that the RE policy, we are revising it, and then I will invite experts like Professor Rizwan and others for their input. And before this will be finalized with their inputs. And then RE tender, I've already mentioned that we are issuing 40 such tenders. And also we are what you call in Jamalpur, we are creating a park like a solar park. So in the difference between the tender and this project will be that in case of the tender, you are responsible for procuring the land, you are responsible for the transmission and distribution connected to them. But in the case of park, what we will do is we'll provide you the land, and also we'll provide you the transmission and build the necessary distribution and transmission infrastructure, and then we'll auction it. So whoever accords the lowest bid, we will. The biggest challenge is to how to bring down. The IMF is after me say that raise gas prices, they're easy solution, raise electricity prices. I can't even go to invitations. My friend's wife said, your electricity bills are too high, and then your gas supply is irregular. And under those circumstances, I'll get beaten up by my friends and relatives if I raise what you call electricity or gas prices. Which was, by the way, the other thing I mentioned is that it was a street deal. So they would have this extortionary or tariff. Then so there was this BERC Act, I forgot to mention. They inserted a clause in there, 34A. They said that the government could set up their prices. And they did at will, 6-7 times in a year. So that's where we are. We've done away with that. We said that no, government will not fix power energy tariff. BRC will do it by listening to the government, by listening to the consumer, by listening to all the other stakeholders. So we have done that. So, okay. So please understand that we are trying to do a certain thing. Our primary goal is to bring the costs of procurement of electricity, the cost of procurement of gas down. So that's what we are. The thing that I was whispering to the Saudi ambassador